And you do, and you doing that tomorrow? I mean,
Yes.
okay, that's good.
I got issues.
Yeah, it's like I got a whole nother layer to work through now.
Yep. I'm gonna be going to see somebody at least twice a week until I leave. At least.
Good. Yeah.
Every time I go, I'll be like, you know what? I think you uncovered something. You know what? I'm gonna need to wait.
Right. Be like, I got layers upon levels upon layers upon levels upon levels upon layers at this point. It's a struggle. It's a struggle.
You see me laying on somebody's couch, I'm like, you know I am.
Yeah.
I do. I'm about that therapy life.
Yeah, it's a lot of people do it, but companies count on that. People sleeping on the the little stuff in manuals and stuff that they're responsible for. They save a lot of money not paying for stuff that people don't take advantage of like that.
Exactly. Especially Christians. They'd be like, oh, the God, no,
yeah.
No, I'm not that kind of Christian. I believe in talking to somebody. No.
Well, even to me, a Christian knows that God equipped you with the ability to handle something, or the resources to get up and go and do. So you
That's what kind of Christian I am.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah.
Thank you.
I'd be like,
thank you, and I don't have to pay either.
When I was in college, I had a therapist, and I ended up being her therapist. I had her telling me more about what she was going through than I had to discuss with her. That's how I played it.
I may have to do that. That's a good one.
Don't do that because then you're okay. You need to let them do their job.
Yeah, I need to stay focused.
Let them do their job. Let them detangle you.
Yeah. You're like, I'm gonna need not to be giving her advice on how to be a therapist.
Right. But you know how I am. I don't want to talk to nobody anyway, so I just had to find a creative way to flip it.
Oh, I'm a talk.
Yeah, talk. Yeah, get it all out. And I really don't think anything's wrong with it, even though I talk a lot of trash about it. But the people's motives when they be doing it, that's what it ends up being. That's what be shady. When they put, people put, because it's good therapy for people to put it out there and get a good word from strangers. But a lot of people do it for ill motives, or just self. It might not be ill. It might just be selfish, like literally for attention that someone that's going through issues might really actually need. You just doing it for, basically, I guess, in the way that we phrase it these days, is for the likes. Yeah, people's motives be crazy. And then when stuff backfired, and they go Becky and become victims. So. Okay.
Getting ready to go. I have a girlfriend.
Okay.
I have a group of ladies that I'm responsible for at the church, and so I'm getting ready to go because she doesn't work. Her hospital's not too far from my job, so I thought I was gonna come up to the hospital and bring her some books and just hang out with her.
Well, that's good. That'd be good for both of y'all, really.
I went about a week ago. But,
is she doing okay? I mean, she been in there for that long. She doing okay?
A long time. Yeah. So I said, no, you don't need these books. I'm gonna bring it, and you can give it to me whenever. Cause she just borrowing a book.
That's cool. When I had got out of the hospital, my boss's wife came. They was trying to get over to this house so bad, but you know me, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Nah. But the boss's wife, well, no, I did not want anyone there, and so, but my boss's wife wasn't taking no for an answer. So this bitch. It was real sweet, but I was, how I am, and plus I didn't want nobody to see me laid up in the bed unable to, move, because it was gonna be a struggle just for me to answer the door too. So anyway, but she wasn't having it, so she showed up at the door, no matter what I said. Yeah, she did. I love, at the end of the day, you love them for it, but you don't want to. So she showed up at the door with a whole box of books and a plant. So it really was movingly sweet after the fact, but I really didn't want nobody, hear or to see me like that. But yeah, she brought books, and I was so to hear you say that kind of brings back that kind of memory.
No, Mike. It's what we used to say. Just keep on living.
Yes. I find myself saying that more than ever. I went ahead and embraced. I have become our ancestors because I use some of them phrases so much that kid, like you would have never, even when you're young, you would never think you would grow. I mean, I said it even when I was young because I was old in my mind. I used to say kids today, and I was talking about people my age, but I'm saying kids today, girl, and it's just taking.
They think, they don't have to go through anything. Oh, just keep on living, honey.
Look.
When?
It's it's like you say you take advantage of therapy and whatever, but these kids are so busy listening to the message that everybody can be a winner. You don't. I see stuff. I still see memes like that. You don't need a plan B. Plan A. You keep striving for your dreams no matter what, and blah blah blah. And that sounds really great, but heifer, if you don't have a backup plan, what you gonna do? You know what I mean? Because the reality of the world is everybody don't win all the time. Everybody can win, but if somebody's winning, the rest of everybody ain't right. So somebody's got to lose sometime. Everybody's got to find a pocket of loss. And the fact that people aren't teaching kids or people to deal with that is just making a bunch of sociopaths. So nobody can handle constructive criticism. Nobody can handle a fail. And they told you don't have a plan B. So when plan A does get a hiccup, they're messed up in the head. And they want to go shoot up their school or some crazy stuff. You know? People can't handle a one moment, and people, they're no longer teaching the value of if you do get knocked down, how to think it through to stand back up and fight again. So everybody's like, no, you're the greatest, and anybody that says you need to even improve on something is a hater, and there's no room for improvement because you're the best all day, every day.
You are the best. You're amazing.
Yeah. And you are amazing, but you can still be amazing and be like, oh, I had a bad, I worked out one weekend and didn't feel like it, and it was horrible, okay? And I struggled through the whole thing. That's gonna happen. And some people say, oh, you might have a struggle day, but when you through with it, it's gonna be worth it. It is gonna be worth it, but you ain't gonna feel great after everyone. It's gonna be a struggle sometimes, and period. Not, and you gonna feel better after. It's just period. You gonna always resent having done it, but you did it, and that's what's important. But that's not the process these days. Kids feel entitled enough to be like it's my way or the highway. Really? What highway you built or bought?
Not just kids. The people that's grown. That was a telemarketer. Oh Lord, I thought it was somebody legit. In the car you can't see. All you see is the number, so you don't know.
You know what I noticed they start doing, girl? These algorithms are a trip. They'll actually, it seems like they know when my phone is in my hand or when I'm talking to somebody that I apparently know. They'll send me another call with his prefix. It's like they try to trick you into answering the call.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So, and I've even called you before, and then I got a call from and even though that's not your suffix, I know that's the Greater Texas DFW area, and I'm like, oh, they trying it. They trying it. You'd be surprised what they have access to for every single human, every person. You'd be surprised. He had his whole laughing one time because they called him and he said he told them what they was gonna say before they said. He answered the phone. He was like, did I win? He's like, how much did I win? And so they was like, usually it's $9,000. So he's like, how much did I win? And they was like $9,000. He had him on speaker for his whole office or whatever. And he said, well, I need to know where can I go pick up the money because I'm gonna quit my job today. I don't need to take this shit. He's like, I'm finna go cuss my boss out and tell him what he can do with this job. Where do I go to get my money? So he just kept messing with him, and eventually they get mad, and then some of them cuss him out, hang up. But why you mad? You called me and I told you I wasn't Helen. And I sound like a man. Who named Helen? That's a man. I just want to be double, triple sure you was good.
Yeah, sure, but I'm in a good place emotionally. Yeah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if I wasn't, you gonna get on a plane and come see me?
Yeah. 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 Well, see, I'm a little bit older now, so I know that can cause more damage than anything. So, but that's the only thing that would be stopped because when I was up until I was mid-30s, I was that chick for my sisters, for my people. But then at a certain point,
you were ready to cut him up.
Huh?
I remember when Boomy was about to get to the
Oh yeah. It will be nothing to me. But in this day and age,
you were ready to give up Boo's room and give it to me just so I would have a place to stay.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Yeah, that's exactly.
I think you told I was about to move in.
I think I did too.
So it is what it is.
It is what it is, and he loved you, ain't no thing. So yeah, but now at this age though, there's there really is, no matter how wise you are, because I was always a generally wise young person, but no matter how wise you are, there's always more wisdom. And at this age, I'm better at looking at the big picture. You know what I mean? Just like, this one chick was talking about this fight that she wanted to, actually she started, it was her prop, she started it. And so she want to fight with this guy, a dude, girl. And so she called her boyfriend from the back. And And so her boyfriend, she wanted her boyfriend to fight him, I'm sure. And her boyfriend de-escalated or whatever. And so the guy was like, your girl mad disrespectful, right? So that passed by. So I guess months later, she saw him in the Walmart. She had a little girlfriend with her. I guess she's still trying to fight him. She's still trying to fight him. And he's like, you know what? Nah. She went and tracked him down in the aisle and he just shopping. Minding his business. And so she said, who did I see? But such and such and such. And I'm just thinking how young this mindset is. I know you ain't that young, but I'm just saying it's levels, And so I had commented and I said, I'm glad your boyfriend was man enough to de-escalate it. And I'm also glad the other guy was man enough to not revamp a beef that he already forgot about, that he was over, Especially in the store. And that's, again, an older person, an older man got to think. Even if she press me, if she gets in my face, even if she swings, at the end of the day, the video's going to show me fighting a girl. And he have to think about that. What if he has a daughter at home? What if he has a wife and he don't need to be in jail for that? What if he's an active dad and he need to pick up his kids from school tomorrow? Nobody has time for that, for fist fighting you over some hair or some stuff. So, but all I said was, because I know she's, and so all I said was, I was like, I'm glad your boyfriend could de-escalate, and I'm glad dude was man enough to, not revamp a beef he was already over. This bitch said, she's like, F him, he's a B and blah, 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 blah. And so I said, let me stop you right there, because let me tell you, my response to that was, I said, oh, question mark, question mark. I was like, okay. I said, you don't have to tell me twice. So after that, I never been back to her page. I ain't going back. You ain't got to tell me twice, right? So then she came back again. I guess that offended her. And she said, you sure sound mad defensive. Do you know him or something? She's like, I thought you was my subby, not his. I was like, oh. And then she said, loyalty check. And I was like, whoa. Whoa. Okay. You got somebody watching your video fucked up for a slave. Look, after, oh, okay, cool. I was like, you don't have to tell me twice. And she came back and said that. I didn't even bother to go back because I'm like, everybody that's grown that sees this interaction is going to know what that is. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, she said, I could have sworn you were my subby, not his. I'm not even subscribed to you. I watched a video. And I said, and I was like, for anybody that can't see my comment for anything other than support. So this was the last thing I said, because it sounds like there wouldn't be any winners in either situation. Because even if she whooped his butt, who wins? So you're going to get your boyfriend locked up, somebody that you hoping to be your husband, but how? He going to be in prison for some fight that you called him to come handle that shouldn't have even been a fight. The dude is all calm and grown, and this chick is in her 30s, and I'm like, man, I just can't imagine having to learn that kind of lesson at 30.
Sounds pretty hood to me.
I mean, just from a basic perspective, do you even want to have to recover from whatever injuries you sustained from this fight with this dude? Like, even that, when you grow up, you think about stuff like that. Like, I don't want to, even if I whoop him, if he clapped me good, I don't want to have to be in the hospital recovering from a punch from a dude.
What was my last fight? I'm trying to remember. I think it was junior high, maybe.
You'd be like, I got stuff to do. I ain't got time. I got stuff to do. You know what I mean? I can't be in jail. So, people.
What grown person fights? That's what I want to know.
Well, you have to get old enough to realize anyway. Even if you thought about it, if you got mad enough to, you have to go to work. You know what I mean? Like I can't be taken off because I beat you up. Because I went to.
I don't know one grown situation that justifies.
Girl. I understand things can.
Hold up, correction. Let me correct myself. Narrow.
Well,
I don't know narrow scenario.
I do. It's because everybody out here of adult age ain't grown. Just like you told me before, you like, this don't sound like no adult person. But that's because they're not grown. They're adult age.
Mindset, yeah.
It's a whole bunch of adult age millennial mindsets out here. But those juveniles are now adult age. So now I just call it millennial mindset. It's a millennial mindset. And it's just, sometimes when I see it in massive, like, it ain't even, it's common. It's the norm. And that's why I do see situations where you might have to fight, because you'll have to defend yourself against these childish folks that felt like they're gonna whoop you. Oh, that's what you're gonna do? And then it's a matter of defending yourself. But as far as just it being a fight, you just got so mad you swung on somebody without them trying to put their hand on you first. Yeah, I don't see nary a grown person that need to.
Look at you.
I mean, even if we felt like we had to do something, like we do something to your stuff, your home, your car, something, we ain't trying to get no physical situation. You know, we got stuff to physically do. I'm stepping up. I'm here for my sister.
You're like, I gotta make sure you straight. You know, they're trying to go around firing folks.
Yeah, because this ain't that world. You know what I'm saying? This a different version of it. It's the same world, but it's a magnified version of it. So
Exactly.
you know.
All right, girl, I'm gonna holler at you.
All right, love you.
Love you too.
All
Bye.
right.